So I want to show you something, and I think it's going to change the way you look at eBay listings forever. I've got two listings here side by side. Same card, same price, same photos. One of them was sitting there unsold for weeks. The other one, after one change to the description, started selling consistently. And the only difference between them was what was in the description box, and that's it. Nothing else changed. So stick with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to walk you through exactly what we did and why it worked. And by the end of it, you'll be doing the exact same thing on every card you list. Let me show you what we were starting with because I think seeing it is more powerful than me just describing it. So this is a pretty standard eBay Pokemon listing, and look, I'm not criticising here, but because this is generally what the vast majority of sellers are doing right now. You've got a white background, a couple of lines of text, maybe a condition note if you're lucky, and that's pretty much it. And the problem is that if I'm a buyer landing on this, I've got no real information about who you are, no reason to believe the card is genuine, no idea how it's going to be packaged, nothing. So what do? I go back to the search results and find someone who gives me a bit more to work with. Now here's what we changed, and I'll scroll through it slowly so you can take it in. And even before we get into the detail of what each section looks like, just look how different it feels. It looks like a proper business. It looks like somebody who takes what they do seriously. And that feeling, that first impression, is doing an enormous amount of work before the buyer has even read a single word. So here's the thing I really want you to take away from this video, even if you don't do anything else with it. When a buyer lands on your listing, there are basically 3 questions going through their head, and they're almost always the same 3 questions. Is this card actually genuine? Is it going to arrive safely and in the condition described? And can I trust the person I'm about to send my money to? And that's it, 3 questions, and if your description isn't answering all 3 of them quickly and clearly, you are losing sales every single day and you probably don't even know it. What we did was make sure every single section of the new description was directly answering one of the 3 questions. So let me walk you through it. So right at the very top there's this urgency strip that says something like only one available, order before 2 PM for same day dispatch. Now it's not pushy or gimmicky, it's just honest. It immediately tells the buyer that this is real stock, it's limited, and you're the kind of seller who gets things out the door quickly. That answers the trust question straight away. Then we've got these 3 panels underneath: 100% authentic, fast dispatch, trusted collector. Each one sitting at the top of a real Pokemon card photograph. And what I love about this section is that it's doing a huge amount of work very quietly. Before the buyer has read a single word about the actual card, they've got 3 strong signals that this is a serious seller. And that's the kind of first impression that keeps people on the page. Then we get to the listing itself, the card name, the description, the bullet points. Nothing really groundbreaking here, but the key is keeping it clean, honest and easy to read. Just the information the buyer actually needs, and it's also presented clearly. Now this table here, the card details section, is something most sellers completely skip over, and honestly it's a big mistake. Set, card number, language, rarity, grading, all laid out in one place. Serious collectors want this information, and if they have to hunt for it, or worse, if it's just not there, they'll go and find a listing that has it. And this next bit is probably the single most impactful change we made, and that's the condition guide. Condition anxiety is a really big deal within the Pokemon cards community, especially anything vintage. And people have been burned before they've ordered something described as near mint, and it's turned up with a crease or edge wear, and there was nothing they could do about it. So having a full visual scale showing every condition grade with the card's actual condition clearly highlighted is basically saying, look, I know what I'm talking about. I'm being completely straight with you, and here is exactly what you're going to receive. And essentially that level of transparency builds more trust than almost anything else you can do. And then finally, the packaging section, the penny sleeve, the top loader, the bubble wrap tracked postage. It sounds simple, but showing the buyer step by step how their card is going to be protected removes that last little bit of hesitation that might otherwise stop them from clicking buy. So that's it really. Same cards, same price, same photos. Just a description that was actually doing its job properly. And the difference it made was night and day. And if you want to use the exact template that we put together, I've linked it below. Every single section is already built. You just go through and swap the placeholders out with your own card details and paste the whole thing into eBay's HTML editor. And once you've done it a couple of times, it takes maybe 5 minutes per listing. If this was helpful, please give it a like, because it generally does make a difference to how many people the video reaches. And subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of thing, because I've got a lot more to cover. Cheers, see you in the next one.